You ready? You ready? You wait. Let's take your seatbelt off. All right, come on. Alrighty, we're starting this vlog, otherwise I just won't. Hi. My parents are flying to Japan today. And I am a nervous traveler, but I am even more of a nervous backseat traveler. I do not like when my loved ones travel, but I'm trying to reframe it because this is very exciting for them. They're going to visit my sister who lives there. And so we're gonna hang out today. I don't have anything planned other than nothing. So I spent the night at my parents' house last night, and then I was gonna leave really early this morning with Chris because he has to work today. But then I decided to stay until my parents had to leave, and I just took one of their cars home to my house. I feel like I look rough. So all that to say, I haven't had my matcha yet. So gotta make my matcha, and I'm gonna put on some under eye patches. Okay, eye patches are on. Matcha is made. Simon is settled. It's like, I was looking for my phone, filming on my phone. I don't think it's quite 10 a.m. It's just about 10 a.m. And I'm like, what do I do with myself? Champagne problems, I know. So I'm gonna knit and I'm gonna watch some comforting TV. Already walked the dog. So yeah, no big plans today. I finally bought some 8-ounce jars because I want to make and can some jam. I bought 2 big bags of frozen berries, and it's a recipe from Ball, and the sweetener in the jam is just agave, which I thought was kind of cool, kind of fun. So I finally got those. So I'd at least like to wash them today. I don't know if I will be feeling uppity enough to make jam today. But I don't think it takes that long, and I have everything. But I don't know. We'll see. So I'd at least like to wash those today just so that they are ready to go, because Chris also has to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. So I'm gonna have some time. Today's wrap up. We're gonna Alrighty, it's time for some food. And I can't lie, my tummy is feeling weird today. When I am anxious, this baby, she does crazy things. So, and also apparently because I'm like 95 years old, I have started focusing a little bit more on my fiber intake. There's a lot of research and studies coming out about how beneficial fiber is for all of us. And I thought it was just to like keep you regular, but it is so much more than that. So I bought myself some fiber cereals. I started with Fiber One cereal, and I did a whole serving, which is 18 grams of fiber. And what nobody tells you is if you are eating, I'd say I average maybe 18 grams of fiber a day, which is not great. And you're supposed to start slow. You're supposed to build up your fiber intake. Nobody told me that, and let me just tell you, I was unhappy for like weeks. So I also got good old trusty Raisin Bran, which has far less fiber than Fiber One. And week before last, I was on a course of antibiotics, and I have been taking this 6-week online gut-brain connection health course. And so we're talking a lot about the gut and all that. And she was like, obviously antibiotics are life-saving. Take them if you need them. But just so you know, they absolutely wipe your gut microbiome. So I was like, copy that. Probiotics. So I've been eating a little yogurt every day since for my like afternoon sweet treat. And loving it. And what I did the other day was I took my yogurt and I mixed it in my Raisin Bran like as if this was granola, and it was fantastic. So that's what I'm going to do today. If you're wondering, I have Meyer lemon and cream and raspberries and cream from Trader Joe's. And I'm going to go with the lemon. Visually leaves something to be desired. However, it's delicious. Also, this Meyer lemon and cream yogurt from Trader Joe's. My grandparents used to eat yogurt every day, especially when I was a kid. And they bought the like cheapest. Definitely didn't have any active probiotics in it. Like, I think at the time they were like 30 or 40 cents a cup. And they really loved the key lime flavor. And so I just tasted a little bit of this, and it sort of tastes like the key lime yogurt I used to steal when I was visiting my grandparents. So that's just kind of nice. So I'm going to eat this and then probably something else, because I would not say that that's like an overly substantial meal. But yeah. Okay. Oh, ignore the mop. So I was just about to head outside with Simon. We've been doing this new routine in the afternoons around like, well, anywhere between, I would say 12:30 and 2. He starts crying a lot. For no particular reason, like he's fine. I think that's just his way of communicating. But so what we've been doing is taking a treat outside, and while he eats it, I sit out there and read. So I was just about to do that, and then I thought it could be fun to give you guys a little book haul, because I'm sure quite a few of you are readers. And it was my birthday in early February, and I treated myself to a book haul from Better World Books, which is well, they have new books too, but it's primarily like a used online bookstore. And then like 2 days later, I got a birthday card, and a friend of mine sent me a gift card for thriftbooks.com, which is another, again, they have new books, but used bookstore. And so just coincidentally, I did like a double used book haul, and I'm very excited. I tried to get a nice variety of books. And actually, the book I'm reading right now, something in my throat. The book I'm reading right now is also from the haul. It's called Weather Girl. I can't lie, I am not connecting to it at all. I'm very, very, very nearly done. I don't really care about the characters very much. I feel like I don't know the characters very much. The only character I do love is the kid, and we literally only got one scene with her. So I'm super excited to finish this, and I'm gonna do that when we go out and read. But I'll quickly go through, and then I got Dire Consequences, which is a knitting murder mystery series. I've read 3 or 4 of the books from this series, and they're not like, you know, they're not groundbreaking. I feel like I look like a turkey or something. They're not groundbreaking or anything, but they are fun, they are cozy, and they all have a recipe and a knitting pattern in the back of the book. And the knitting pattern always coincides with typically what the main character is knitting. So this one takes place in the spring. So I'm gonna read it soon. And then this one I haven't heard anything about, but I'm super excited for. It's called The Book Club for Troublesome Women. And basically I think it follows a group of maybe 4 women. A group of women who all live in the same suburban neighborhood in it says 1960s, but it follows them for a year, 1963. I think it follows them for a year, and it just sort of romping through one pivotal and tumultuous American year, as well as an ode to self-discovery, persistence, and the power of sisterhood. And I, in life right now, am really, really, really looking for sisterhood. I feel like I have sisterhood with my knitting group, my friends, and I would love some local in-person sisterhood as well. So very excited for this one. And then I got 2 books by Carly Fortune. I read one of her books not last summer, but the summer before. I think it was called I don't know, it was the one with the yellow cover, and I really, really enjoyed it. It hit the summer vibes perfectly. I really liked how she wrote the romantic storyline. And so I have one of her books up there, and I recently learned that it's kind of the second to this one. Like, you can read them whenever, but I think if you read this one first, you get like, you know, inside jokes or whatever from the second one. So I got this one, and I got this one. Just 2 kind of summer romance books, which is always fun. And then I got, which I have heard all of my booktubers ranting and raving and like can't get enough of, I got Beartown by Frederick Bachman. I'm kind of scared because everyone says that his writing sort of devastates them. And I, like, at this time of life, I'm sort of avoiding devastation in my consumption, you know, whether it be books or media or movies or shows. But I think it will be fun. This is about like a small town where hockey is a huge part. I don't really care about hockey, but yeah, I've just heard it's an incredible story, and I think there's 3 in this series, so that's exciting if I like it, and it's a show, so that's always cool. And then I got a Taylor Jenkins Reid book. I have read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I have Daisy Hates, wait, no, yeah, that's Taylor Jenkins Reid, isn't it? Daisy Hates, Jesus. Daisy Jones and the Six, yes. So I have read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I have Daisy Jones and the Six. I haven't read it yet because that one's like interview style, podcast interview style. I don't know if that's my vibe, but a lot of people say they really like the format. And so I got this one. Again, I think she's maybe a little bit known for devastating romance. But I think, yes, so I think basically she's married and her husband gets into an accident, dies, and then she falls in love again to realize that her husband is not dead. So then she kind of has to figure out what she wants to do, which I thought kind of fun, kind of juicy, kind of drama. Then I got Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. I have read Things We Never Got Over, which is the first one. And then I have Things We Hide from the Light, which is the second one. And so I just got the third one because I did enjoy the first one. This is just a small town romance, and each book follows a different male main character, I think. So the first one covers one guy, and then the second one follows his brother, and then this one follows their friend, I think. And I'm really excited for this one. I'm not so excited for the second one, but I think this one's gonna be really fun. So yeah, just a small town romance. And then I got this one. Again, I haven't heard anything about it, but I love the cover art, and I think it's another springtime book. It's called In the Weeds, and I think it's technically the second book in an interconnected standalone. And the first one is Lovelight Farms, I think. Yeah, okay. So this is the second book after Lovelight Farms. I haven't read that book, but it has been on my radar. And again, it's like interconnected standalone. So it says, a grumpy farmer and a no-nonsense social media influencer have another chance at love in this charming romantic comedy. Now, I do not typically like books that have like internet influencers as a character, as a job, as a profession. I haven't liked any of the ones that I've tried, but there's also a flower farmer, so. And then I got Finding Home in Hartfell by Suzanne Snow. When I was in Yorkshire, in the Yorkshire Dales, I picked up a book by her that's part of this series, and it's the Christmas book, which I didn't actually get to this year, but this one is the first book in the series, and this is, it takes place in the summer. Basically, I think the main character of this inherits her dad's farm in the Dales and has to bring her teenage daughter with her. I think she like falls in love with the farm vet. So yeah, very excited. We loved being in the Dales, so I'm excited to read about the Dales. Then I got Little House in the Big Woods. This is part of the Little House on the Prairie series. I have never read it. I'm a huge Big Bang Theory fan, and one of the characters loves the show Little House on the Prairie, and it got me thinking, like, I don't know, maybe I could try out the books. I'm wanting to read some more classics, and I think like children's books as classics are really approachable ways of diving in. So yeah, I got the first one of this, and we'll just see. And then the last book I got is Heartless by Elsie Silver. This is a series, and I think it's, I mean, like, obviously maybe cowboy romance. I think it's like a just small town romance. And I have tried the first book in this series 3 times and could not get into it. Didn't like the female main character, didn't like the male main character, just couldn't get into it. And I saw on Goodreads that this one has way better ratings than the first one. So since they're interconnected standalone, I'm giving myself permission to just start with the second one. And if I end up loving the series, I will eventually go back to the first one, even though I'll already know what happened in their story. I think this is like a single father. Yeah, working as a nanny for the world's grumpiest single dad should have been simple, except I can't keep my eyes off him and he can't keep his hands off of me. So, yeah, that's my birthday book haul. I thought it was pretty fun. I tried to be a little bit diverse in the genre, not just all romance. So this is my next read, the little knitting murder mystery. Yeah. Okay, quick and slight change of plans. Before we go outside to read, I'm going to do 20-minute workout, then we're gonna read, and then I'm gonna shower. And then I'm gonna show you my new red light therapy scary Jason face mask. Oh, if anyone is curious, this is the one I did. I love her workouts. All right, sit. You wait. 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 Okay, come on. Okay, ready? Ready? Juice beanie. Juice beanie. Okay, sit. Be good. Gentle. Okay, that was almost not gentle. I've collected a little pile of his sticks here so I can throw them for him. He doesn't really like to bring them back, but he does like to go and catch them and like chew on them. He loves to peel the bark. Hey, paw. Good kissy. Oh, good boy. Other paw. Other paw. Other paw. Hey, focus. Come on. Easy. Good. Really gentle. Gentle. Good boy. Also, our yard is absolutely overgrown, but given how brown it is here so often, I don't really mind. Simon got bored outside, so I'm gonna do a little more reading, and before we shower, baby gets a little Frosty Paw. His best friend Cocoa Bean gets these, and one day she shared with him, and he loves them. They're just, can I do this with one hand? I couldn't do it with one hand. They're just little doggy ice cream cups. And he usually cuts himself off at about half a cup. Shower has been had, clearly, and I'm gonna show you my red light therapy mask. Super excited about it. I just got it a couple days ago. Used it twice. Oh, well, there was a cat right there. Just gonna close the door. It was really nice having the door open, but I do not trust Simon not to run through a screen door to get at a cat. And that's my fault because I've made a fuss over them on walks. And so now he hates them. So here's my mask. She's terrifying. And the cool thing is that this does red light and it does blue light. So what I have been doing is red light and then blue light. But if I wanted to, I could customize. Like if I wanted blue on my cheeks and red everywhere else, I could do that. If I wanted like blue, red, red, blue, I could do that. So yeah, I'm gonna do this now. But it's connected to an app, so. Here I am. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love the like hard mask. I'm definitely getting used to it. But it was certainly a little bit claustrophobic to begin with. So I'm gonna do my red light and then my blue light and then my skincare. Yay. Okay, I think you can see a color difference. Now I'm doing the blue light. And the nice thing is it only does it for 3 minutes, so I'm not stuck with this on my face for like eternity. But I'm also pretty proud of myself because this is, don't get me wrong, very expensive. I saved for a long time. I did a lot of research, all that jazz. But I found it brand new in the box on eBay for like $170 off. I was pretty pleased with myself, I can't lie.
My favorite playmate for my grandchild. Cute. He's a weasel. Christopher sucks and Nerf Laura.
It's just about 5 o'clock. And I would not typically have caffeine this late in the day, but I got just about 4 to 4.5 hours of sleep last night. Just because my anxiety does not like to sleep, and it doesn't like to let me sleep either. So I'm gonna make some tea, is what. I hope this I hope this vlog is not just painfully watching paint dry boring. If it is, I guess I just won't upload it. And if I do upload it and it's boring, I guess you wouldn't be here watching it anymore anyway. So it's all okay. But it is really helping me not feel quite so stressed and in my own head today. So if you are hanging out with me, thanks. I hope that you're enjoying it, but I am painfully aware that you've seen like 3 or 4 different angles all day. But that's all I've been doing today, so.
Aw, thank you. You're so understanding, Ditto. I really wish I could, pull myself out of this rut. Even if humans aren't around, I bet I could get the energy from, dolls that humans were really attached to. Huh?
So I don't know if, here is Simon. I don't know if anyone else has this problem, and problem is like, we're playing fast and loose with that word here, but I'm having that thing where I don't know what to watch because I want to watch so many things. It's like I could go for some YouTube videos. I could go for Schitt's Creek. I could go for Big Bang Theory. I could go for Totally Spies. I could go for Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, which is a newer Scooby-Doo that I love. It's like the best problem to have. I'm leaning towards Totally Spies. And if that doesn't hit the mark, then I think I'm going to do Scooby-Doo. And then I always wind down my day with Big Bang. But if Chris gets home in time, we've been watching Modern Family. We just started that maybe a week or 2 ago. And we're on season 2 and we're really enjoying it. Neither of us thought we would like it. I don't like that style, like the interview style. But both of us are really liking it. So either going to wind down with that or Big Bang. But right now I think we're going to try Totally Spies. See how we feel. It's like when you don't know what food you're craving, but you're craving all the food, but you're not craving any food. Does that make sense? Totally Spies. Oh, I don't want to start season. Good. I was going to say I don't want to start season 1. They don't have season 1. All right, let's see. starts with season 2 episode. Oh, they don't have all the episodes. That's interesting. It's season 2 episode 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 17, 18, 21. It's weird. Okay, I can confirm it is hitting, and I'm still knitting on Chris's sock. I've been doing the toe all day. Okay, I just wanted to give a little knitting update. I finished. Chris now has a brand new pair of socks. This is with, I showed it earlier, the West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply in the pheasant colorway. And the only thing I'm doing different is I am doing a rounded toe for Chris's socks now, because when I do a traditional wedge toe, he's been getting holes in all of the toes right where those 4 stitches are. So like both decrease and then the 2 center stitches. He's been getting holes in all of his socks. So the last few pairs I've been doing a rounded toe, and we're going to see if that helps with the durability and longevity of the socks. But yay. I think it's time to start dinner. I'm trying to wait for Chris, but I haven't heard from him, so I think he's gonna be a bit later. So the recipe that I'm making tonight, I will link because it's phenomenal. I've made it so many times since discovering it. The only problem is it does call for a Trader Joe's specific product. So if you don't have a Trader Joe's, you might need to do some looking around to see if you can find a substitute. But let me get everything out and I'll show you. So this is the recipe. It's from the blog This Savory Vegan. And it calls for these noodles, which are like vacuum packed, pre-cooked noodles. And then you need gochujang, sesame oil, soy sauce. It calls for fresh garlic, which I like using this roasted garlic powder. And then I like adding a little splash of vinegar to just sort of like round it out. So since Chris is on his way home, I think I'm gonna eat my dinner, and then we're probably gonna just watch Modern Family. So I think this might be my last talking head segment of the video. And if so, I hope you enjoyed. If you're still here, thanks for hanging out with me. This really, really helped my mental state today. It's making me think maybe to vlog a little bit more on days where I'm feeling a little off. I don't know, but yes. Well, that evening took a turn for the exciting. Here I was all day doing everything I could, calm myself, do things that made me feel good, calm my little nervous system. Chris calls, got a flat tire, I'm on the side of the freeway. So I call my AAA, I say, you know, is he covered with my coverage? They say, well, not if you're not with him. So I drive onto the side of a very busy California freeway, pull over. It's an hour till the tow guy gets there. So we're in my car and I'm like, I'll be damned if my car doesn't die before we have to leave. Tow guy comes, loading Chris's car up on the tow truck. My car's dead. He had to jump it. Then we had to merge back onto the freeway. Everything's fine. The tow man and Chris are sorting the car out in front of the house now. We're good, but I don't ever want to be pulled over on the side of the freeway ever again. So now hopefully we're going to watch Modern Family, and I'm going to make some peppermint tea. These are the jars I got, by the way, for my jam. They have a little non-textured part here for a label that I think they come with. And they just have this nice little texture. I think they're super cute. So I'm gonna finally load them in the dishwasher. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.